B-Rob, what up, man? Thank you for making time for us.
What's up, man? How you doing?
We're doing well, man. You know, I've been covering you since your rookie year. You've had some ups and downs. The team has had some ups and downs. How much are you enjoying yourself these first 4 games?
Uh, Obviously, I'm having a lot of fun. It's always fun to win. Especially after overcoming a lot of adversity. Feels great to finally be at the end of the tunnel.
People, you look at your room is super talented. Yourself, Austin, McNichols came in last week and did some unbelievable things. Is it like a friendly competition that you all have going on in there where, we want to do our best, but we pull for each other?
Oh, of course, you always want to be able to have great relationships with the guys you got to work with and train with, and you want to push those guys. You expect them guys to push you as well. And it's that's just part of the competition. So we never shy away from that. If anything, we just find ways to just help each other. Get better at whatever we need to personally, and it shows on game day.
So, dude, one thing that's kind of crazy for you, you're in your third offense in the NFL, in your 3 years in the NFL. What do you like of Cliff's offense?
I just like how creative he is. He doesn't have a simple mind at all. He's very creative. You want to find ways, any way possible, to get his playmakers involved and get the ball in the guys' hands that gonna give us the best chances to win. And he does it with a lot of creativity. So it's very exciting. Cliff has a very exciting mind.
For sure. The Commanders are riding a 3-game win streak. Been on the road the last 2 games. Been out
They
west
took over
for a week.
the last 2 games.
The Commanders fans out in Arizona were everywhere. If you want to go, I think they still have some tickets available for Sunday's game against the Browns, commanders.com. B-Rob, how excited are you just to get back home, just sleep in your own bed and then play a home game this weekend?
It's good, man. Just getting back to the routine, after being on the road, it's just having to go through those circumstances and still, being able to be a true pro about all that business and handle the business that needs to be. But, being back home and back on regular programming and scheduling, it feels good, just to keep this thing flowing, and just to be back on regular programming.
How much did it pull you all together as a team being on the road for that amount of time? You go up to Cincinnati, have a great win, and then you're out in Arizona that whole time, and you get a spectacular win there. But you got to depend on each other when you're on the road.
Yeah, I feel like for the most part we handled that, handled that whole week, with a lot of maturity, as a team, guys, just being professional about, just preparing, during the week, it's completely different, guys just make sure we stand on the same page and preparing, correctly and, just doing all the small little things as far as details to just make sure that, we was, coming right off of the Cincy game and transitioning right into the Arizona game, while on the road, but also, making sure that we was ready to go on Sunday.
Did the Alabama game prior to that motivate you a little bit for your game the next day?
That's a funny question because, I always, take a look at the Bama games and, kind of get my own mind right before my games because, I just think about, all the times and the moments where I was on that field just preparing myself for, these moments that I have now. So it's just, it is, good for the mental to just see my team and, my alma mater go out there and do it, play at the highest level, like how I expect them to, just to remind me of where I came from and what I'm used to doing.
Dude, B-Rob, what's it like growing up in Tuscaloosa and then playing at Bama? I mean, that's got to be the whole town revolves around the football games.
Yeah, it's very hard to do, just being a local kid, a lot of local kids get looked over, instantly because, there's so much talent elsewhere, they can go find elsewhere, but just being able to be literally right there at home, my whole entire life, and to be able to get recruited and, have a great recruiting process, from Alabama, and to be able to also still go to school there and do 5 years there and just, stick to the script of, just, whatever was dealt in front of me while being at home and just dealing with it. And it worked out for me.
That's great, man.
You look at this this league now is going more passing, but Cliff comes in here. At one point, he was running the air raid, but he seems to want to run the ball probably more than anything else. How does that make you feel, and how important does it make you feel to be a part of the running aspect of this?
It made me feel great, man. It made me feel counted on. It allows me to just, be comfortable. It makes me feel like, he can depend on me. The team can depend on me with the ball in my hands. So the more opportunities I get like that, the more I'm come through for my team. And I feel like the more he trusts me with the ball in multiple situations in the game, the more he'll feel like he can depend on me, just on down the line.
Talking with Brian Robinson Jr., running back for the Washington Commanders. Through 4 games, you got 375 yards from scrimmage with 3 touchdowns. Obviously, you're running the ball at a really successful clip, 66 carries for 307 yards, 3 touchdowns on the ground. But you've also been a threat through the air, 8 catches for 68 yards. Kingsbury just spoke to the media out here in the annex and was kind of saying that you're underrated as a pass catcher. But B-Rob, I wanted to ask you something else Kingsbury told us about. He said that in the pre-draft process a couple years back when Cliff was still in Arizona, that you and he went out to dinner and really hit it off. And Cliff thinks you might have been kind of pissed off that they didn't draft you, but now he thinks everything's cool.
Yeah, like he said, like we had a good sit down, good time. When they invited me out to Arizona pre-draft, and it was one of those ones I was like, if he draft me, I'm confident that I can work with him and kind of build a relationship with him, even though it didn't work out, at that time. It came back all the way full circle, and I remember that sit down that we had, and those moments, to just kind of help me figure out what type of person Cliff was and what type of energy he had, even though, he wasn't my coach at the time, but like I had a great idea, of what type of person and what type of coach he was going to be, if he was my coach then or now,
Yep. Well, as you look forward to this weekend and you start thinking about the Browns, what is it that you all feel you need to do to get another victory?
We just need to do what we do. We prepare, just hit off our game plan to our best ability. It's really not about, what nobody else is doing. It's really just about, how we best come out and execute the plays that we have. And if we do that, at a high level, like which I know we have the ability to do, we'll be in great shape, from start to finish.
Talking with B-Rob, Brian Robinson, Commanders running back. If you want to watch B-Rob and this offense that is cooking, there still are some tickets available for Sunday's game. Check it out at commanders.com. Brian, we'll get towards the end of this thing. Obviously, this offense is arguably the best in the league through 4 games. A lot of people deserve a lot of credit, but Jaden Daniels is the center of this thing. What do you think of the rookie quarterback you're playing with?
Dude, phenomenal. It's a lot different, from watching them, have a Heisman year to, actually playing alongside them. So, playing with them is, it's great. Guy's smart. He's a great player. He's smart with the ball and decision making, just to make sure, he's just not being careless and, turning the ball over and just making sure he's being as conservative as he can to just protect the ball and make sure we keep drives going and stay on the field as long as we can. And I just feel like he has great awareness of that, just being a quarterback and knowing that the ball starts with him first and just dishing it out, clean and just just looking so confident and just growing along the way. You know, I expect that to just continue to grow, and he's going to be a great player in this league.
Totally. All right, last question. After what happened to you as a rookie on 8th Street, that first game you run out of the tunnel at for the home game, and you had him play many men over the speakers. How did you arrive at that decision? And is that the absolute most gangster entrance in the history of pro football?
I mean, I haven't really seen anybody else like enter from getting shot a few weeks before, to actually come out and play a game. So I would say that's number one, but just to be able to come back, from all of that and still be able to go out and play ball and play at a high level, man, it's dope, man. I don't give myself enough credit for it.
Dude, seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, you should. But that was one of the absolute wildest moments was watching you run out of that tunnel, and I can only imagine the emotions that must have been involved.
Yep.
Now, getting back home this week, it's not going to compare to that on 100 different levels. But getting back home this week with that home crowd fired up, you guys are first place in the division, 3 of the next 4 at home. A lot of opportunities here. Does this just feel different than any other moment in your Washington career?
Yeah, man. Great momentum going on right now, at the start of the season, which is a first, since I've been here. And it's definitely something great to build upon. And we got a great group of guys that, sees this opportunity and wants to take advantage of it. So I'm excited for, what, the position that we're in and what I know we can accomplish, out of this. And, it's all up to us now to, be at our best, when our best is required, and not to get complacent with what we've done so far.
Well, B, keep pushing, brother. And maybe I'll see you doing something else later on to show you other talents too.
Like what? Singing?
We had our conversation on the sideline one day. You know what I'm talking about.
B-Rob, thanks for the time,
Appreciate
man.
you, bro.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.